This video is part of Nadias Wreath Wednesday. You can check out my friend's channel. I will leave all the links in my description box, and tell her Miss Krafty Leeny sent you. Now today we're going to start with this lovely grapevine wreath that I got from Michaels and some folk art white chalk paint from Plaid. And all I'm doing is just going to dry brush it. As you can tell, I'm just putting a little bit on my brush and then I tap it on my paper, and then I'm just going to go all around my wreath. I just want it to look like it's kind of whitewashed a little bit. We want to make it a beautiful shabby chic wreath. I did not do the back. You can do the back if you like, but I just did the sides and the front of the wreath and on the inside, and I did the whole thing except the back. Now this pick I did get from Michaels also. I love the colors, and I love that it had different size of little pumpkins for the fall and for harvest season coming. I think it'll look so gorgeous. So I just cut the wire and I put some hot glue on that tip and just kind of tucked it right in the grapevine where I wanted it to stay, the grapevine wreath. So now these flowers I did get from Dollar Tree. They are absolutely stunning and breathtaking. I absolutely love the colors. And it's a soft coral looking orange color that to me made those pumpkins and those little berries pop a little more. So beautiful. And then I put some more of the cream color. It's more of a white to me now that I'm looking on the camera. It's more of a white peony. That's what we're using. And then, oh my goodness, I absolutely love this rusty color, and that I believe is, okay, I don't know what flower that is. I'm just gonna admit it. But it's absolutely beautiful, and all my flowers did come from Dollar Tree, except the pick where the pumpkins are and the berries, that was Michael's. But absolutely beautiful. These berries also came from an old floral that I had, that I've had laying around, and I decided to use this also. I love the green in it, just to bring those leaf colors out more. And I'm looking, it needs a little more to the side of the wreath, so I'm going to add one more of the coral peony. And now I'm adding some more of these little white roses now. And I put the little bud of the rose in there, and I thought it was just so beautiful and dainty looking. Now these I got also from the Dollar Tree, and I just cut them apart. And I love how they have they remind me of little carnations, and they're so beautiful the way they just hang, and they're great for you to put into a vase, and the way they just fall over. And I love the little swirly vines on them. So I thought this would be a really nice touch. And I'm putting the cream more on the top because I'm going to add a shabby bow, and the shabby bow will be the ivory colored, so kind of even those colors out a little more. So we're going to put this aside, and now we're going to make our shabby bow. So here I just got this material, and I'm just going to put 7 little lines, and I'm going to tear it right along. And it's so nice because you use 100% cotton, and it tears so nice when you go the right direction. If you go the direction and it's not pulling, then twirl your fabric over onto the other side, not backward, but to the other side, and just put little snips, and it should tear nicely. I hope that makes sense. I hope it does. So now I'm just gonna get all my little strips that I got, and I put them aside, and I'm going to get some of this, it's like a cream color nautical rope, also from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna unravel it. This is really relaxing. So when you're doing your strips or you're unraveling things, you could do that right in front of your television and just relax and do it and get your stuff ready. So when you do create your shabby bows, they're ready to go. So after I did that, I wanted to add some lace to this also. So I got my lace ribbon, and I'm just going to, I never measure things. I know you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, she never measures anything. I eyeball a lot of my things, and I'm just going to measure it to where my strips are and cut it, and then I'll just make a few others. I always say the beauty about doing shabby chic is it does not have to be perfect in the sense of lengths and all what you put in it. You can put twine in there, you can put fabric, you can put gauze, cheesecloth, you can put lace. I mean, there is so many things you can add to a shabby chic ribbon. And a tail, tassel. Did I name them all? So now after I did all that, I'm going to gather all my lace together, and I'm just going to lay them right on top, and then I cut them right down the middle to give me more strips. After I did that, I'm just going to lay every other one. So I lay fabric, lace, and then I laid my rope, and then again fabric, lace, and the rope. I'm just going to layer them. My rope was a little long, so I had to trim it a little bit. And then I just keep going back and forth, back and forth. I pinch it in the middle, hold it tight. Now I'm getting me a piece of rope. You can use rope, you can use a pipe cleaner, you can use twine, whatever you use to tighten in the middle. You're going to tie it, twist it, tie it. Make sure you tie it tightly. And then I'm going to do one more knot. And so my knot don't go anywhere and unravel, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on top of that knot, and then I kind of spread it with my popsicle stick or my jumble stick so I don't burn my fingers, and I just put it on top just so the knot stays glued and tight. You'll see me do that process in just a moment. I think I skipped ahead. Sorry. So now I'm just going to unravel my rope some more because I want it to be a shabby tail for my bow. And oh my goodness, this was so much fun and relaxing just to sit there and do this and just take it apart. So after you do all that, I'm just going to put my rope now, what we tied our ribbon with, and I'm just going to push it right through that grapevine, right underneath those flowers. And I'm just going to tie it really tight. So after I tie the two knots on here also, I am going to add again some glue so it doesn't go anywhere. I like to do that with my knots sometimes. just like I said, so the knot doesn't unravel or come apart, especially when I'm using the rope or twine. I just want it to be able to, you know, not come apart. So now after that was put on in place, I'm going to gather my tail and I'm going to hold it straight down and see where it needs to be fluffed. Just play with it, see where it needs to be fluffed, and I'm going to trim just the rope to be even with my lace and my fabric. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can leave it the way your eyes are smiling and you're happy when you look at it. That's what this is about, when your heart is singing. So now I thought, I'm going to get some lace. I'm going to wrap it around my hand. I wrapped it about 3 to 4 times around my hand. After I did that, I pinched it right in the middle, and I again am going to tie some of that rope twine right in the center, and I'm going to tie it very tightly. I have 2 knots again. You can use pipe cleaner if you like, Chanel pipe cleaner. You can use floral wire or twine. And then I just fluff it out. And now I'm just going to glue it right to the bottom, just above my fabric tail, my tassel tail. I'm going to call it a tassel tail. That's what I'm naming it, my tassel tail. And I'm just going to tuck that right underneath the flowers too. And I wanted to show just a little bit because I do want to add some, you know me, you know Miss Krafty Leeny. I have to have a little bit of bling, right? A little bit. So I am going to add me a little bling right in the center of my bow. I get all my bling from Totally Dazzled. I absolutely love, love, love their products. Beautiful. So after I did that, I'm going to add now a piece of, I had this lace ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put that right there through the wreath on the top. I love using these grapevine wreaths because I love where you can just kind of put things in it, entwine with it. Look at, we could just put the bow or tie our string up on top. You don't have to glue it. I just absolutely love that. So I just double knotted that lace on the top, so we can hang our wreath on a door or on a wall. Now I decided to add one more lace bow. So all I did again was wrap it about 3 to 4 times around my hand, did the same technique that we did to the other one, and we're just going to pinch it right in the middle and again do a double knot tie. Now after I did that, we're going to fluff it out again, the same process that we did the other bow, and then we're going to fluff that out. And I'm going to glue it and tuck it right underneath on the opposite side of our tail and the other lace bow. And it kind of gives it a look of a larger bow when you do that, when you put one on one side and one on the other. And then I wanted to add one more little embellishment to the middle of that bow lace bow too. So beautiful. I absolutely cannot wait to put this up. Absolutely fell in love with this wreath. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love for you to be part of my Krafty Leeny World family. If you enjoy shabby chic or shabbiness, shabby beautiful, join me on Tuesdays for Leenys Shabby Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's where I love to share something new in my shabby world. I host every Saturday a live show, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's where I have so much fun DIY shenanigans, and we have a live game night with your favorite DIYers, and you're able to join us, have fun, and laugh. It's where it's all good vibes. It was my pleasure crafting with you today. Stay kind, be kind yourself and others. Hugs, kisses, and fairy dust wishes, lovelies.